Iran and the United States are once again at a critical juncture in their long-running nuclear dispute. Following indirect talks in Oman aimed at reviving stalled diplomacy, Tehran has insisted that its right to enrich uranium must be recognized if any negotiations with Washington are to succeed. Speaking at Iran's Foreign Policy Congress on Sunday, Foreign Minister Abbas Araqchi said there is no other option but to negotiate. But he emphasized that any agreement must allow Iran to continue enrichment while also building international confidence that it will remain solely for peaceful purposes. Uranium enrichment, the process of increasing the concentration of uranium atoms, has long been at the heart of the dispute. The US and its allies fear that enriched uranium could be diverted toward nuclear weapons, while Iran maintains that its nuclear program is entirely civilian, focused on energy and scientific research. This diplomatic push comes after months of tension and stalled negotiations. Last year, Iran and the US held 5 rounds of nuclear talks, but progress was blocked mainly over disagreements about uranium enrichment levels. The situation escalated in June when US forces struck Iranian nuclear facilities, prompting Tehran to temporarily halt enrichment activity. Both sides now signal a willingness to return to the table, but the scope of discussions remains contentious. Washington has expressed interest in broadening the agenda to include Iran's ballistic missile program, its support for armed groups in the region, and its domestic treatment of citizens following a violent crackdown on protests. Tehran, however, has resisted expanding the talks beyond its nuclear program, warning that such a move could leave the country vulnerable, particularly to potential Israeli attacks. Military tensions add another layer of urgency to diplomacy. The United States has deployed a significant naval presence near Iranian waters, which President Donald Trump described as a powerful flotilla, signaling readiness to respond to any escalation. Iran, in turn, has vowed a harsh response if attacked. This tense backdrop underscores the delicate balance between Tehran's insistence on its sovereign nuclear rights and Washington's concerns about regional security and non-proliferation. Analysts say any breakthrough will likely depend on whether both sides can reach a compromise that allows Iran to maintain civilian enrichment while offering sufficient international assurances to prevent weaponization. As these diplomatic efforts continue, the world watches closely. Iran is determined to protect what it calls its inherent nuclear rights, while the United States seeks limits and guarantees to reduce the risk of proliferation. The outcome of these negotiations could have far-reaching implications not only for US-Iran relations, but also for regional stability in the Middle East and the future of global nuclear non-proliferation efforts. Both sides have signaled a cautious optimism, but the path forward remains uncertain, and the interplay of diplomacy and military posturing will likely define the coming weeks.